A crime crackdown debate intensifies. Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump extending a National Guard deployment to the nation's capital until the end of November. It would have ended next week. And now D.C.'s Attorney General is suing, calling the military intervention illegal and an occupation. The White House says the president is acting well within his legal authority. This as Illinois' Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker again accuses the administration of ulterior motives for threatening to send troops to fight crime in Chicago, while also ramping up immigration enforcement.
Part of their kind of nefarious plan is begin with ICE, cause mayhem on the ground, and by doing that, say that there's a need for military troops on the ground to protect ICE.
Some community leaders say help is needed to fight crime in Chicago. Meantime, a federal appeals court just blocking a lower court ruling that restricted the president's use of troops in L.A. while that court fight continues. Tough day on Capitol Hill for the U.S. Health Secretary.
Robert Kennedy has elevated conspiracy theorists care of the American people.
But Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says the CDC didn't do its job, telling Democratic Senator Ron Wyden.
Senator, you've sat in that chair for how long? 20, 25 years, while the chronic disease in our children went up to 76%. And you said nothing.
Though some Republicans on the Senate panel also raised concerns about the firing of the CDC director and criticism of COVID vaccines, Kennedy insisting again he's not anti-vaccine and that he's not taking vaccines away. The State Department will not be allowed to refuse to issue passports based on gender identity. A federal appeals court just letting stand a judge's order against the new policy. America is listening to Fox News. No more cell phones in class in New York.
We're doing this because we want...
It's the Will Cain Show. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday on FoxNews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss a show. Get the podcast 5 days a week at FoxNewsPodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
I want to make sure that you can keep learning. And in a distraction-free environment, we're doing it all over the state. And you're among the very first.
Governor Kathy Hochul in New York City for the first day of school. At least 30 states and D.C. now have or have told schools to have phone restrictions. Not just back to school, but getting kids to and from school can be stressful for a lot of parents.
56% of parents report feeling stress about school transportation at least sometimes. 35% say they've missed work over it. 11% say they've lost a job, mostly women without college educations. The poll is conducted by the Associated Press, Nork Center for Public Affairs Research, and Hop Skip Drive, that's a ride-sharing service for kids. 44% of school administrators say the number of students who qualify for school-provided transportation has gone up over the last 5 years. At the same time, 8 in 10 say bus driver shortages are a problem.
Fox's Chris Foster. Nearly a third of parents surveyed say there's no school bus service in their area. A famous guitar gets its own movie.
Paul McCartney's stolen bass guitar returned to him in 2024 after 51 years is the focus of a new feature documentary. Titled The Beatle and the Bass, the documentary follows the over 5-decade mystery of McCartney's original Hofner bass, bought in 1961 in Hamburg and used throughout the early Beatles years. It vanished in the early 70s and was thought gone forever until its recovery last year. McCartney appears in the film along with McCartney's brother Mike, Elvis Costello, and the journalists behind the Lost Bass Project who helped track it down. McCartney is also the subject of Amazon's documentary Man on the Run, which premiered at Telluride and chronicles his post-Beatles career. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
A record day on Wall Street for the S&P, up 53 points to 6502. The NASDAQ up 209. The Dow up 350. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. I hope you will join me every Tuesday and Thursday as we navigate life together and hopefully find ourselves a little bit better on the other side.
Listen and follow now at FoxNewsPodcast.com. Fox Sports Update.
The semifinal matchups in the women's bracket at the U.S. Open are set. Amanda Anisimova upset Iga Swiatek in straight sets on Wednesday, less than 2 months after losing to Swiatek in the Wimbledon final by a score of 6-0, 6-0.
7 weeks on from a humbling defeat at the All England Club. She turns the tables on Iga Swiatek.
That was courtesy of ESPN, as Anisimova will play in her first semifinal at Flushing Meadows against Naomi Osaka on Thursday. Osaka defeated Karolina Muchova to return to the semifinals at the U.S. Open for the first time since winning the tournament 5 years ago. In the other semifinal match, Jessica Pegula will take on 1 seed and defending U.S. Open champion Irina Sabalenka. In the NFL, the Dolphins are coming off a season where they finished under 500 and missed out on the playoffs. But when asked what he would consider a successful year, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa didn't seem interested in just making the postseason.
To win it. That's a successful season every time. It's to win it. We're trying to win it all. If not, I don't know why we're playing football.
That was courtesy of the Dolphins as Miami prepares to kick off its regular season on Sunday against the Indianapolis Colts. In the college game, the biggest Week 1 matchup in recent memory was played on Saturday when Ohio State and Texas faced off in Columbus, and fans certainly were interested in the top 3 matchup. Over 16.6 million viewers tuned into Fox for the Buckeyes' 14-7 victory over the Longhorns, the most watched Week 1 college football game on any network in history. After shutting down Arch Manning and the Texas offense, Ohio State has replaced the Longhorns as the top team in the country. And you can download the Fox Sports Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. I hope you will join me every Tuesday and Thursday as we navigate life together and hopefully find ourselves a little bit better on the other side.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at NMICrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. The rhythm and soul, so many ways. Together we rise through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes
7:51. It's Friday. Good morning, Marianas! Holy cow, and I was able to do it without coughing that time. That was great. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday morning here in sunny Saipan. Okay, it is a little bit sunny. It's not too crazy. We're not going to get too excited about it, but the weather is great, and that's exactly what we need if we want to have some good baseball weather, that's for sure. 81 degrees outside here on Friday. It's definitely a sticky one out there. Humidity is 91% up there at the Saipan International Airport. We're looking at partly sunny skies today with a high near 87 and a nice light breeze coming out of the east, 9 miles per hour. Ooh, sultry. Tonight's going to be pretty nice too. It's going to be just like this without all the heat and sun and stuff. 78 degrees tonight, mostly cloudy skies, low around 78, but the wind's going to die down somewhere between 6 and 9 miles per hour. The whole weekend, though, should be pretty decent. We're looking at isolated showers and highs around 87. That's not bad. Mostly sunny skies tomorrow and Sunday. Where was that for Labor Day weekend? That's all right. It's all right. Hey, take it while you got it. No problem. No problem. All right. Well, we are just about to get into it now. And while you guys are out there getting into it on the mean streets of Saipan, I'll tell you what, I have seen a lot of school buses on the road today. And while those kids might not be excited for school, I know for sure their parents are. This is what the roads look like out there today in Saipan. We'll take a real quick look, and this is the time when parents are either just dropping off their kids or on their way back to the office. And you can see it's all the little hot spots are around the schools. Over there by Hopwood, lots of delays right now, a lot of backup as parents are dropping those kids off. School buses are over there, and good old folks in Challenpiao might not be where you want to Challen be now because of all the traffic. It's a little bit slow over there by the post office, and that doesn't even talk about the packages that aren't getting shipped out. We can talk about that quite a bit later. And why haven't we heard anything from the governor's office in a week? I know. I'm telling you, it's a big deal. Here we go. There's a backup on the way down by the old AK intersection right now, and that's all traffic related. Just take your time. It could be worse. And the intersection that matters at the place where connections matter is a little bit slow too, because everybody's trying to get by I-T&E, and that is a busy intersection. Folks coming from Challenpiao. How about the folks coming from down by the college? And it's a little bit backed up by the light, but not too bad. We've seen way worse. Over there by Shell Dandan, that's where the story begins, folks. And as you make your way toward Azlito, that's where all that traffic's starting to back up. Right now, it's only by Flores Apartments. Hasn't made it all the way over to Maddie's Barbecue yet, but it's just a matter of time. Yeah, it's not too bad. How about over in the home of the Canaries? Yeah, San Vicente, a little bit slow for folks who are trying to get by there at the elementary school, but it will be picking up soon, so don't worry about that, folks. The big intersection over at Cagman is a little bit slow, too. People trying to get to and from everybody down in Cagman land, that's for sure. It is a little bit slow ever since they got that light popped in there. And over by the Rodeo Drive area of Saipan, it looks good. What's that? That's over by Zenyu, Sarah Market, and Capitol Hill Market. That's looking pretty good, the home of Merienda on the Capitol Hill. Everything in Garapan side of Middle Road looks a little bit busy as folks trying to get their way by the old pickleball courts / tennis courts. And but that's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. We're going down both Middle and Beach Road right now, and it doesn't start to get hairy until you get by Quartermaster Road, and that's where Middle Road looks unhappy, especially for folks who are trying to get north. Folks trying to get south, not too bad, but folks trying to get north on Middle Road from John Monsignor Guerrero, it's just not going to go as fast as you want to go. But hey, things could be worse. You could be driving yourself out there. You don't have to do that. Your life could be better. All you have to do is go and hop on the Blue Line and get with the folks at Transit CNMI. CODA providing public transportation along the Blue Line, and soon to expand on the Green Line. But right now, we're still living in Blue Land. And it's not bad. You can find out where the bus is anywhere in Saipan or wherever it is right now. But, you know, it's only going to cost you $2 to get anywhere you want to go. And that's half off if you're a student, veteran, active duty military, Monopco, or if you've got a disability. Half off, that means it's only $1. $1. And then you don't have to holla at other drivers on the road. They drive everywhere from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. and then they give you a little bit of break on the weekends and holidays, 6:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. You got to let those drivers have some time off, too. And you got to make sure you pay an exact change. They are not going to be giving you money back. They are not rev and tax. You just got to pay them directly, and that's how it works. You want to get more information? Well, you can go and check them out on your own at transit.cnmi.gov, or you can give a call at 236-2682. They just want to ride with you. I'll tell you what, those buses are pretty dope. They are clean, they are new, the air conditioning is amazing, and they've got free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi. My gosh, you can meet your next spouse on the Wi-Fi that you use while you're hanging out on Transit CNMI. Maybe it's just an interim. I don't know. But there's all kinds of things you can do on the internet while you're there. Hey, before we get too deep in there, we lost Giorgio Armani, fashion icon. And so our thoughts are with Vin Armani now that Giorgio Armani has passed away. So I hope that all is well in the House of Style. Well, speaking of house, there's going to be a lot of people at the house of the Super Bowl champions tonight, because the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be hosting the Dallas Cowboys in the return of the National Football League today. That's 10:20 a.m. tomorrow Standard Time this morning. Football is back. And the Dallas Cowboys, who knows if they've got any players left, but I know that they have Dak. He's still there. CeeDee Lamb, he's still part of that team, so they got a chance. Dak and the boys are heading to Philly to take on the Super Bowl champions. They're going to be raising the banner, showing off the Lombardi, and it is going to be a fun day for folks who are out there. Oh, we got a call coming in. Hold on. I'm going to answer this real quick, but hold on. Hold on. I know you can hear me. At least I think you can. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Hey, Ben, I'm on the show right now. Can you hear me? Yeah. Did you want to be on the show? Okay. Dude, yeah. All right. Well, hey, so you called my phone, right? So this is my phone. I don't have this one Bluetooth to the board, so people can't hear you. But I could definitely put you on pretty easy if you want. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can accept it. Hold on. Let's see. I'm calling you back. You'll get it. You should answer it. Oh, there he is. Hold on 1 second. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is a call that we were not expecting. It's a great one. Ben Maratita from the mayor's office. Ben, thanks for calling this morning.
Yes, morning.
Hey, we can hear you loud and clear. Hey, you just given me a heads up, and because you called me on that phone, I wasn't sure if you knew that if you were trying to get on the show or not, so I didn't want to put you on cold. But there you are. Yeah. So you got a little message for us.
Yes, hey, the guys are out, the mayor's office is out, but most importantly, the mayor's birthday is out today, guys. So
hey,
see the mayor today, man. Wish him a happy birthday. Just wanted to shout him out there, man, for everything he's done for us and out there in the community. So just wanted to say happy birthday to the mayor, Mayor Ramon Arby Camacho, man. We love you here at the office. So just wanted to shout out there, and if anybody out there in the community sees him, say happy birthday to him, man. Make him smile today, so.
Yes, that's our mayor. Happy birthday, Mr. Mayor. We're going to have to call him now. We're just going to have to call him.
That'd be awesome.
We'll call him Cole.
He's probably doing some push-ups right now.
That sounds like a great job. Well, let's see if we can't
thank you so
surprise
much
him.
Call, man. I just wanted to shout him out there to, let everybody know. So, yeah, if you guys aren't busy, he's going to be having, his birthday party up at the Roundhouse tonight. So, anybody want to come stop by, he's more than welcome to just accept anybody. So that's what he wanted to say as well. So.
That's great. Listen to that. We got an open invitation for everybody to go to the mayor's birthday party tonight at the Roundhouse. Yes. The cost for entry is 20 push-ups. You got to go in and knock out some push-ups.
Oh man.
Hey, thanks, Ben. That's great.
Thanks, appreciate it so much.
Hey, any big news that you guys have coming up for the mayor's office?
Oh man, so we got a whole bunch of programs coming on out. But the one recently we're going to be doing, we have a 3-on-3 basketball tournament coming up. It's the first one ever.
Wow.
We're trying to figure out a location right now, but it's going to be ages 14 to 18 to 3-on-3 tournament. Winner takes all. We got some awesome prizes, awards.
Wow.
And we're shooting for September 20th. Right. So if anybody wanted to come on down, and anybody from the schools out in the community too as well, hey, just call the office, ask for Benji, or can email us. Man, we'd love to get you a spot on in for the tournament.
Man, that's great. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Oh man. All right. I'm just looking.
Saturday.
I'm looking at it. At what time are you thinking?
Well, we're gonna start maybe around 10 o'clock. So.
Wow, it's gonna be like an all-day kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could push it out maybe to the afternoon. So we're gonna max it out. Maybe 15, 20 teams. We're trying to open it out to be a pretty quick game, just a 21. So.
It's really exciting stuff.
Yeah. They're going to be working one of our adopt-a-place partners, the Hannum Supermarket, too, as well. So we're trying to hopefully get it over there at the renovated Coblerville basketball court. So
that's great. We got to find out what the signal's like over there. If we can get a good signal, we can help get some live action going.
For sure. Awesome, man. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing on right now as far as the office. We're just kind of catching up on all the requests out there. So anybody there that has a request out in the community, we're thank you so much for your patience. So we'll get to you guys as soon as we can. I know with the whole bunch of rain and lately it's been kind of tough for our guys to go out there and assist everyone. So just wanted to say have some patience. We'll get to you as soon as possible. And yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, hey, thanks so much. We're now we got to call the mayor. We just got to do a cold call on him.
Yeah, call him right now.
All right. Hey, thanks
awesome,
so
Brad.
much.
Thanks, man, so much. Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
All right, take care. Have a great day, Ben.
All right.
And say
You too,
hey to
Brad.
all the mayor staff out there. I know they're doing great stuff.
Yes.
They're doing stuff all over the island. So if you see them this morning, tell them I said hey.
For sure. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Benji Maritita over there at the mayor's office letting us know today is the mayor's birthday. How cool is that? So we're gonna have to reach out and give the mayor a call and see if we can't get him online. That would be great. That'd be a lot of fun. In fact, let's just see if we could do that real quick. You know what? We had another plan. We totally had another plan. Let's see, but you know what? Let's just call him. We're calling him cold. He doesn't know this is coming. See if he answers, though. He's an important guy.
Good morning, sir.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mayor RB. Happy birthday to you. Hey, you're on the show with us right now. We just got a call, Mayor, from Benji Maritita telling us that it was your birthday. We're like, we got to call the mayor.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Hey, you're doing a great job. He actually said you might be doing push-ups right now.
Yes. Every morning. Every morning.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, but, it's my birthday, and, I'm asking God to continue to give me the strength, to do my job, to serve the people and bring the people together. So that is my mission, and continue to ask God to guide me, give me direction, to embrace with the community.
Well, it's working. We're a big fan. You and the team have been doing some great stuff since you've been there, and you're nonstop. You're the hardest working mayor in show business.
Well, it's the people's mayor.
It is the people's mayor. That's right. Well, we appreciate all that you're doing for us there, Mr. Mayor. And it's great to have you on, for random calls for sure. But you give us a lot of updates and all that other stuff, and we really appreciate it.
Yes, if you have time, stop by down at the Central Park tonight. My team, they really are coordinating it, and it's my kickoff, for re-election.
Holy cow! He's going to be a back-to-back mayor. Can you believe it?
And again, to seek the support of you guys, the community, the entire community, so I can, do the second term and, to polish what I've been doing.
Oh, that sounds great. Mr. Mayor, we also heard that you guys are working on a big basketball tournament later this month.
It's coming up, and Benjamin Martita, now the coordinator for the sports, the youth sports, and Brad, this is one of activity that we should be implementing, so we can cater the youth and to curb all this, temptation from drugs to other crime, and let's help the kids and to succeed in life.
That's such a great program. By the way, we're looking at the comments. We got people weighing in. JJ saying, happy birthday, Mayor. Gloria Hunter says, happy birthday to Mayor RB. I love that guy. Now, we even got the comments coming in from your office. Folks are coming in to say happy birthday to you. Luisa Cabrera saying, happy birthday, Mr. Mayor. You're getting a lot of love from our viewers right now.
Oh, thanks, and you especially, Brad, for continue reaching out the people, whatever the mayor's announcement, community message, I really appreciate your reaching out the listeners or the viewers of your station.
No, I appreciate it, and thanks for being so accessible by getting them, giving us information to get out there, and being so open with the community to get your information out. We really appreciate it.
Yes, and let's all work together and promote safe community, safe village, and a clean island.
I love it. All right, how many push-ups are we doing today?
65 only.
65 push-ups. All right, we're gonna have to knock them out. Only. Yeah, we were telling people when I was talking to Benji, I'm like, the price of admission to your birthday has got to be 20 push-ups or something. All right. Well, hey, Mr. Mayor, I know you got a busy day today, so we're not going to keep you, but we want to reach out and extend our birthday wishes to you. So happy birthday, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir, and thank you to all the viewers on this station. I will continue to do my best. Thank you.
All right. Take care. That's Saipan Mayor Ramon R.B. Camacho getting it done, and he's got a big party tonight over at Garapan Central Park, and you're invited. So come on down and wish the mayor a happy birthday. Take care, Mr. Mayor.
Have a nice day, sir.
You too. All right. Yeah, we just like to call for fun stuff while he's actually got real work to do. So in the meantime, we'll start getting back to our stuff too. But man, that was fun to reach out. Thanks to Benji for letting us know that it was the birthday for our mayor. That's awesome. That is awesome. 65 push-ups. Are you telling me, does that mean he's 65 years old? Does he look like he's 65 years old? Are you freaking kidding me? Dude, I need to start doing more push-ups and stop being sick. I'm telling you, what a day. What a day. The last couple days being sick. So thanks to you guys for coming back today. I had to take yesterday off. I'm telling you, I was going to take off on Tuesday. Tuesday, I was really feeling it. And I'm like, no, I'm coming in. And they're just bowling through with a lot of work. And then Wednesday, came in, did the show. And I had just a bunch of stuff through the morning. I'm like, all right, got to do it. And then I did the rest of the day from home. And I woke up yesterday. I'm like, I can't do it. So I just healed up, and I was save for one event yesterday. I went to the governor's office for the proclamation sign for the Field of Heroes for the first responders and military vets and active. And I went down to the governor's office because it's pretty close to where I live. It's not too far away. But other than that, I was just knocked out in bed all day. You know what really helped, and probably what got me here today, is that I could have just gone straight home. But I went straight down the hill to Ina's kitchen. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I was feeling that corn chowder that they have down there. I'm like, I need soup today. I think that's going to help me out. Boy, that stuff was just magic. I love that corn chowder. I'll tell you what, if you're going to Ina's Kitchen, you're going to get all kinds of great stuff no matter what you order there anyway. But it would be awesome to add on an extra $5 for your soup. You are going to be a happy soup person. I mean, like, you can share it, you can enjoy it by yourself, or you can share it with someone else. They got chili for $5 too, but that extra $5 was like an extra little hug from your mama when you're feeling sick on a rainy day. All right. Hey, by the way, going to the comments, I see Francisco, good old Frank De Leon Guerrero. He said, Brad, do you think it's possible to visit you in your studio as a guest singer when I travel to Saipan? Maybe I could sing one song. Yes, absolutely. Frank, 100% yes. Hold on. Yeah, let me put it. I don't know if you can hear me first, but I'll put it in the comments. 100% yes. That would be awesome, Frank. We would love to have you on here. And yeah, and if you're going to sing here too, we just got to figure out what you need for your setup. Are you going to bring all your stuff? Do you need stuff? We got some stuff. Microphones we got. Got a keyboard, believe it or not. But you're going to need, like, I don't have a guitar or an amp or anything like that. We'll have to figure something out. I'm sure we can figure something out. I got like a portable speaker, but like it wouldn't be so much to blow out this room because we could pump it right through the board and let everybody hear all the cool stuff too. We'll figure it out, Frank. Just let me know when you're coming, and then we'll find out what you need to make it work. But we've had people perform in here before, and it's been great. I absolutely loved it. Voices of the Marianas were in here. It was great. Had the Army band was here. They were freaking awesome. They were really incredible. And we've had other performers in here come out and sing, and Jordan Paradise with Baka Den, and geez, I can't think of everybody right now. So, MHS Rhythm and Harmony were in here too. You know, we've had some really great, talented performers in here. And so I would love having you in here. It would be terrific. And you know who else would love it? Anyone else who's in the building, because they'll probably hear you. These walls are not thick. That's true. These walls are definitely not thick. They're probably glad that my show ends when it does, because they don't even have to watch. They don't even have to watch the show online. They can hear the whole thing right here. They only hear me talking. I wonder how bad that's got to be on the other side of these walls. They only hear me talking. They don't hear like the music. They don't hear the calls. They don't hear the other stuff. Just this. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm thinking they're missing out. Anyway, Piling Gazette great to see you, my brother. It is great to see you. In fact, let's go in here and check out you guys. Saipan Mayor's office, thanks again for reaching out to us this morning and for watching. Great to see you. Gloria Hunter, love you, lady. I hope you're feeling great. JJ, hey, come on in.
Wait, I catching our breath.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. We got folks from Indigenous Affairs coming in here this morning, and we'll see them in just a second. JJ7, I know this is your day. It is Friday, my man. Great to see you. Louisa, the MVP of everything baseball related, and just our friend. Thanks for being awesome. You're going to hear her voice. Hey, what's up? Sorry, guys, no elevator. You guys, yep. I mean, these guys had to hike up. It was like they had to hike up to Mount Everest to get up here today. And it's Friday. This is just like their Good Friday walk going up Tapachow, coming up to the third floor to join us for sure. Who else we got out there? Yes. Julie, thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. Welcome, welcome. Who else we got out there? PJ, all the way from the west coast of the United States, the U.S. of A. Great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And, man, you guys were all in the comments today, dropping all kinds of stuff while we were doing the news and all that. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a little bit of a break here shortly because we're going to get our guests situated, but we're going to give them a little bit of time to catch their respective breaths as they got up here. I know. Hey, this is not just a show, it's cardio. This is your moment today. Man, you guys have the best shirts too, by the way. Man, I need to apply for this job. All right, and hey, Luta Marianas, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Randy Rosario, great to see you. It is TGIF. Easy for me to say, though, right? Yeah, I know. Man, All right, before we take our break, because it'll be good to have a little bit of a break in between, what is going on with all that drama, the doctor drama at CHC? All right, so we're not going to go too deep into it. We'll go really light on it. We did get a statement from their legal counsel. Now, keep in mind, here's the thing. We did not run the story on it because, at least not yet, we didn't run the story on it because there has, until there have been like official charges filed. We're not just throwing up the videos and all that other stuff because it just seems like, right? But it's kind of a juicy story, right? I mean, everybody's messaging and people sending this stuff. It's going around. It's kind of viral, right? Well, anyway, at least they do have a statement. So let's do this. This is their statement, their attorney's statement on behalf of Drs. Webb and Fraiche. And that is from their legal counsel, Janet King. So let me bring it over here so you don't see me looking way up there. It says, I represent Dr. Jeffrey Fraiche and Dr. Laura Webb in connection with the recent incident at ABC store on September 1st. My law office immediately hired an investigator and interviewed Mr. Ray Borja, the ABC store manager, on September 3rd. He explained what he called that when he called DPS on September 1st, he asked only that officers contact Dr. Webb so the item could be returned because they believed that it had been taken by mistake. The item was returned to ABC, and Mr. Borja even remarked that it was a mistake and that people forget. The harm from that video in DPS custody from DPS was tampered with, edited to suggest intentional wrongdoing, and then leaked to the public. That leak should never have happened. Furthermore, the harm has been immediate and significant. For doctors whose work depends on trust and reputation, the damage is especially serious. This incident is a reminder that reputations are fragile. If businesses release customer surveillance footage that is later edited to suggest guilt, would you feel safe shopping there? And if law enforcement mishandles video surveillance in its custody, how can the public maintain confidence? There must be accountability, a finding of misconduct, and a formal internal investigation. Otherwise, this could happen to anyone, including you or me. So that is from their legal counsel. That is the statement that we got. And that's what we got for you. So what we're going to find out today, we're going to find out if charges have been filed officially. And if that is the case, then for us, it's officially a story. Then we can do all that fun stuff and, do the regular thing. But normally, when you see the videos that we post for surveillance footage and all that other stuff, that's usually coming directly from DPS, saying that they're looking for somebody or somebody has been arrested in connection with this. It's always something that comes from the authorities. When somebody randomly just sends us stuff, we don't just put it on there. And even when we show the videos of people doing mean things and all that other stuff, the first thing that we do, we reach out to DPS and say, hey, are you aware of this? And is there something happening with this? Is there an investigation? Is this person being arrested, or are you looking for them, and all that stuff? So until we get that stuff from these guys, that's the only reason why we haven't done it. But yeah, have we watched it? Oh yeah. Have we watched it a bunch? Of course. And have we probably made some bad jokes? Yes, of course we have. And are they in bad taste? Yes, of course. That's how it works. Jokes about this stuff are in bad taste. But what was more, JJ says, smells like a lawsuit coming. Yeah, it sounds like it. Hey, Jermel, watching from Virginia. Great to see you. Good morning, too. The other one is, if our guests weren't here already and getting ready to go, I would just start I'm like, oh, because I got the other video. I don't know if you guys heard about the other video, but I have the other video too. So let's just do this. We're going to take a break. We're going to get our guests set up and ready to go because we're excited to have them here. Is it the four of you guys? Is there a fifth, a sixth, seventh, 12? No? Okay, so that's perfect. That's the best. All right, so we have the All-Star crew. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a break. We do have the latest news update and sports update. We'll run those real quick. We're going to get our guests from the Indigenous Affairs Office all set up here in just a moment. But again, going back to it, one of the the things are on this, this whole story is, one, have charges been filed yet? We don't have that. We don't have that info. One report that was from one media outlet said that they are pressing charges. The other statement that came from them said that there wasn't anything. In fact, what was the other one? Yeah, I have the other one too, but I want to wait on posting the other thing until we hear directly, officially, from DPS and from the store to find out if charges are actually filed. I have a guess. My guess is that probably not. If it's the way they said it, that they got home. I mean, I got the whole story. It's basically like the docs posted something and it got shared around too in a bunch of our WhatsApp groups and people that we know. Yeah, I know. I see that, Fabian. Exactly. I hear you that, and JJ, I hear that too. So I mean, like, that's the thing. And the footage that was aired on one of the local media outlets here, that did not look like it was edited. The one that I got forwarded first definitely looks like it was. The second one doesn't look like that. But, I am not a part-time retail store investigator. So I think we get the real scoop from the folks who are there. And we'll let you know as soon as we know. Do we got it? Yeah. Oh, the other one is, though, as far as real verified things that are happening, that hit and run in Garapam, not only did we get the footage from this, but Mike Young did a great job enhancing the video for us and helping us out. That dude is awesome. We could show that. The only reason why we would want to show it, it's not to show the person getting hit so much, but it really reveals a lot because we're trying to find who drove that car, identify what kind of car that was, and maybe that'll help. The other one is, after watching it multiple times now, you could see that there was a vehicle going north and a vehicle going south. The vehicle going south is the one that hit the person who was crossing the street. But the vehicle going north put on its four-way flashers to let the person cross. And the person going south just drove through him, and threw him off the road. The other thing is, did the person in the northbound lane, did they not see what happened? Because they ended up turning off their flashers and just kept going. They didn't stop or make a call or anything like that. And so I don't know if they noticed it or not. To be in, to give them the benefit of the doubt, it was a dark and rainy night. But who wouldn't make that kind of a phone call, right? Whoever it was. I can imagine whoever drove that car. We've seen it before where they have gotten people who have driven off, and there are people who don't have a license or don't have a registration or they don't have status to be here. And they run because of the fear for losing everything they got going on, So, but still, is that right? No, it's absolutely worse. It's wrong. So, all right. I think we went with that one for a little bit. So we're going to take a real quick break and get you the latest on what's going on. And I can't wait because we got the Indigenous Affairs Office here, and it's going to get good here in just a little bit. So let's get you the latest news update, and then we will welcome our guests here in just a second.
They will stay in place a little longer. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. The National Guard is extending its deployment in D.C.
Brigadier General Leland Blanchard says the D.C. National Guard will stay on active duty, telling guardsmen in a social media video the mission is not complete.
We continue to work to ensure that everyone that walks through these city streets is safe. They deserve that. You deserve that. Our nation deserves that.
The National Guard was activated as part of President Trump's surge of federal law enforcement to combat crime in D.C. The extension of the troop presence comes as the D.C. Attorney General filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration, arguing the deployment is an illegal military occupation.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. This is a federal appeals court has blocked a lower court ruling that restricted President Trump's use of troops in Los Angeles during immigration raids. The president has said he plans to send the National Guard to Chicago to combat crime, citing the shootings over the holiday weekend. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker again saying the president is trying to create unrest as an excuse.
Part of their kind of nefarious plan is begin with ICE, cause mayhem on the ground, and by doing that, say that there's a need for military troops on the ground to protect ICE.
And Pritzker again promised to sue if soldiers are deployed. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at the center of a fiery hearing in the Senate as lawmakers were concerned over upheaval at the CDC. Virginia Democrat Mark Warner zeroed in on the pandemic.
You don't have any idea how many Americans died from COVID?
I don't think anybody knows that because there was so much data chaos coming out of the CDC.
Some Democrats are calling on Kennedy to step down after the CDC director was forced out and several top staffers resigned. America's listening to Fox News.
Listen to the all-new Bret Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, in-depth talks with lawmakers from opposite sides of the aisle, along with all your Bret Baier favorites like his all-star panel and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts. News.
President Trump's nominee for the open position on the Federal Reserve Board told senators he'll be independent and make decisions based on the data.
Stephen Myron, head of the White House Council of Economic Advisors, told the Senate Banking Committee if confirmed to the Federal Reserve, he'll preserve its independence and serve the American people to the best of his ability.
In my view, the most important job of the central bank is to prevent depressions and hyperinflations. Independence of monetary policy is a critical element for its success.
Myron shares President Trump's view that the Fed should cut interest rates, but clarified,
if confirmed, I plan to dutifully carry out my role pursuant to the mandates assigned by Congress. My opinions and decisions will be based on my analysis of the macroeconomy and what's best for its long-term stewardship.
The seat was vacated when Fed Governor Adriana Kugler stepped down last month. Ginny Coselda, Fox News.
A Minnesota man arrested, accused of poisoning his roommate, which led to his death.
Police in St. Cloud, Minnesota, took 35-year-old Stuart Hanmer into custody on suspicion of murder, saying he intentionally poisoned his roommate with a toxic heavy metal, nicknamed the poisoner's poison. Back in June, 33-year-old Cody Ernst was taken off life support and died after doctors discovered thallium, a highly toxic metal in his system at levels so high they believe it had to be ingested. Thallium was banned in the U.S. in the 1970s because of the dangers associated with it. We're told the investigation is ongoing as the Hennepin County Medical Examiner has also not released an official cause of death. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
Reaction continues to come in after word that iconic Italian designer Giorgio Armani has died. Supermodel Cindy Crawford writing, heartbroken to hear about the passing of a legend, a true master of his craft. Julia Roberts calling him a true friend and a legend. Giorgio Armani was 91. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
This is Jason Chaffetz from the Jason in the House podcast. Join me every Monday to dive deeper into the latest political headlines and chat with remarkable guests.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com
or wherever you download podcasts.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works. Because of you, Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Share. Good morning, Marianas. Feel the love in the air. Yeah. Good morning, Marianas. Come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun.
With the waves crashing in, hear the oceans call. Brad brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, O's County Dish. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of year.
Good morning, Marianas. Let's start the day. With laughter and stories, come what may.
All right, I just leave you guys quiet for a little while. Dispensa. Hey, we are back, though. It is Good Morning, Marianas. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a great lineup for the rest of the show, but right now we've got some great guests in studio with us. And we want to try something a little bit different, because I'm kind of stoked about the setup. I got to work on it a little bit. I may have got too excited. But the good news is that we have some great updates. We're going to hear about Cultural Heritage Month and everything. And we're still going to get you guys all the other updates that we've got today. It is going to be a great weekend. The weather is going to be outstanding. We're looking at mostly sunny skies all weekend long. Today, though, partly sunny skies, high near 87. Winds out of the east at 9 miles per hour. Not going to be too bad at all, but it's going to be a lot better if you get to meet the folks that are in our studio with us right now. And I'm so excited to welcome the folks from the Indigenous Affairs Office with us this morning. Melanie, how cool is it? You're back again.
I know, right? Thanks for having us back.
Well, it's great to have you guys back in here, and I love it whenever I get to hear about what's happening. And I'm going to move. Oh, no. I'm going to redo your setting here. I think this is how we get all of you guys in here. Bam. Look at that. Now, you guys don't even have to look at me. You could just see the entire team. You're only covering up your partner in crime over there a little bit. I might have to move something. Yeah, you're a little over. All right, Melanie. Well, we're here with the team from the Indigenous Affairs Office. Could you introduce everybody for us?
Okay, first I would like to say, Hafade Zantiro, good morning, Toto Marianas, Luta Tinian Saipan, dyan Estados Unidos, dyan Northern Ireland. Si Melanie T. Wenyuzu, Program Manager, the Indigenous Affairs Office. Mangayami Pagu Gini, NMI News Service, para bin diskuti mami no Cultural Heritage Month, Pagu na mes, offer implanea para este na Heritage Month. Mas malago zubi introduce Indigenous Affairs no team, staff, magasuas no Resident Executive Ms. Luella I. Marciano, si Ms. Blanche K. Clarkson, is a IAO representative. Then si Mr. Edward I. Bloss Jr., is a cultural outreach specialist is the Indigenous Affairs Office.
I feel like you're the co-host, and we're gonna just do the show like this, and it's gonna be perfect. Anyway, welcome to all you guys for being here. This is so cool to have all of you up here. By the way, of all of the government agencies, you guys have the best shirts, like hands down. Like your uniforms are awesome.
Thank you.
Who designed these? Where'd you get these? It's a free plug for whoever it is, because they're great.
Actually, my boss said we needed a new uniform. So, floral is cultural heritage. So we decided to design it as a floral representing, our beautiful flowers in the cinema, what we have, right? So we designed this and it came out perfect.
And you also have the backside.
Yes, the backside, it shows
our island chain with our
silk.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, yes.
These are great. Now accepting applications at the Indigenous Affairs Office. Everyone's going to be trying to get in there. It was really exciting to see the big kickoff for all of this. And, originally we were going to have you guys in here on Tuesday, and I had to cancel it, so I had to postpone it till today. I want to thank you so much for being so flexible in changing the day. I was feeling pretty under the weather and all that stuff, and I didn't want you guys to come over and be like, "Hey, Brad, nice to see you." Walking away with that. So,
yes.
All right. So, Cultural Heritage Month is September, and so all month we've got all kinds of different activities happening. And I saw that you guys have a great calendar of events too. Stuff happening every weekend.
I would like to give the mic to Mr. Edward Bloss to discuss the cultural outreach.
All right.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Edward Junior Bloss. I am the cultural resource specialist. Yes, so we do have a couple outreach scheduled already for this month. We actually did have one yesterday at GTC over at San Roque Elementary School.
Oh yeah.
It went great. We had one artist come in with a new skill to teach the kids, traditional skills to teach the kids, which was coconut rope making. So we had the artists husk some coconuts to pass out to the kids and have the kids pull apart some fiber within the coconut husk so that they could roll together with their hands and make a rope with it. So some kids went home with long enough to make bracelets. Some kids went home with rings, and some kids went home asking for the coconut husk. They wanted to take the coconut husk so that they can continue at their house.
Yeah.
Continue the rope that they left off of. But we have some outreaches still ahead. We have outreach for Olia Elementary School, Tanopak Middle School, Cagman Elementary School, San Vicente Elementary School. So yes, Hopwood Junior High. Do we even take Dundon too? No, right? No, yeah. So this year we didn't really move into the middle schools. So yes, we are actually preparing for another outreach, which will be Friday, I believe. Next week, Friday. And on the 9th, September 9th, we will have another outreach on September 9th at Olia Elementary School.
Man, that's great. That's right around the corner from us. We should just go. And that way we can see it happening. It was awesome. So coconut husking, first of all, that's a big deal, but be able to make stuff out of the husk. I mean, how many people, you husk was it the kamzu? Is that the?
Yes, we had actually 4 kata and 4 kamzu that was we requested to utilize from the Office of Youth Affairs. So shouts out to them for lending us some.
Youth Affairs has their own?
Yes, they actually made their own for our cultural immersion summer youth camp. Yeah.
So basically, Brad, our office, like you say, do we play every day? We do have fun promoting our culture, Chamorro or Caribbean. So we started off with the Cultural Emerging Summer Camp, where we brought in all these agencies. Office of Youth Affairs was one of them. For this year's Cultural Heritage Month, we have a theme, and the theme is I Haleta, or our roots. So we want to bring back our kids to have them remember where they came from, who they are, if they understand their Chamorro or Carolinian culture. So last year, we implemented Lihatuttur for the Carolinians, either marmar making or coconut making was one of the requested that we did last year. We also had banana making and cultural dances for both Chamorro or Carolinian.
Wow.
This year, because of the theme Haleta, I Halita, we wanted to incorporate the roots. So rope making was one of them.
Jeez.
Using again from the coconut making into what else can we do with that coconut instead of just coconut oil. What else can we do, right? We can eat it, we can make the coconut oil, but then that's where rope is made. So why not introduce that again to our kids? So yes, we have both Carolinian and Chamorro students that are learning the craft. The other outreach that we have planned that is incorporated for this year is the tupa, the sling stone. So we do have our brothers and sisters in the island of Guam, Tinian and Rora, that are doing the sling stone. Slowly but surely, CNMI is coming up with that, but we are integrating it this year, showcasing it in our cultural heritage. We do have every Fridays, part of our outreach for the middle schools, we wanted to have them join us by continuing our second annual cultural heritage roadmap. That this year we brought in American Memorial Park. Shouts out to the rangers and the directors there. And then the NMI Museum. We wanted the NMI Museum. Thank you to the board and to the director. I know that they are prepping the NMI for the second annual Cultural Heritage Month, so that our middle school students have the chance to view the artifacts that were brought in from the Bishop Museum. So everything is in tied to celebrating who we are, what artifacts were used back then, how are we evolving from that to now, where back then it's all shells, now we have beaded plastics, right? But still, the concept is still there.
Wow.
Right? So we do have 500 cells coming in to talk about the Galaides. So these are what we have planned for our office. We are aware that even the Carolinian Affairs Office have outreach as well for the schools. And then I do know that on weekends they have, what is it now?
Chanting.
Chant night.
Yes.
So for the Carolinian Affairs Office, I believe they're at their side they have chant night and dances.
What's chat night?
Chant.
Oh, chant.
Chant.
Chanting. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It actually starts tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, it starts.
So those are on the weekend. So looking at our schedule, we are busy, both agency under the Office of the Governor. Shouts out to our wonderful, Honorable Governor David M. Apatang and our Lieutenant Governor Dennis Mendiola, and our acting for this week, C. Carl Neighbors, Governor Carl Neighbors. They've been very supportive. Shouts out to our 24th legislature for allowing us to move forward again with our projects.
Your office is so important in our community because, we were talking about just the other day about like how, Saipan's a beautiful place and, the beaches and the food and all that other stuff. And you could get along just like that. But if you can't get in touch with the culture here, if you don't get to learn a little bit about the history, learn a little bit about the language, you get to know, like, you're missing out on what it's really like to be here. And the sad thing is, there's a lot of people from here who have lost out on some of that stuff, and your guys are helping preserve and proliferate the culture so that, it doesn't get lost on people.
We do our best. We do know that we have challenges in front of us, Brad, like you said. Most of our kids nowadays don't speak it at home. We have parents too that are not practicing at home, but as long as this agency are pushing forward to remind our community, we are still here and we'll do our very best to see that we preserve it, promote it, perpetuate it. But yes, we want our visitors, and not only our visitors, we want our community to get to know us, get to know your roots, and enjoy, right? Let's start speaking the language. We started off by seeing Guam, right? Guam became U.S. and then they somewhat lost their language. But look at them now. They're thriving. You go into the airport, you hear the music, our local music. I hear my dad's song being played there. I hear Candy Taman, Arnold Kaipat. I hear it sitting, waiting for our flight to come over. It gives me a sense of pride that, wow, the music is still, on here. We want to hear that here at CPA. We want to see signs that have words, not only in Chinese, Korean. Yes, we love our visitors, but we also need to make our visitors know that this is our island and this is what this means, right? So those are in the plans, Brad. We know that our program manager, thank God with my left and right hand here, she is, once we get an idea and we throw it over to her, she's on it. So we do know that the signs will be coming up, just messages of speak the language, right?
Yeah.
The hard thing that we're finding is what to put in the background so that we can start the conversation. Just to have the kids at a stop sign and say, hey, Mom and Dad, what is that word? And that's how you start it.
You know what I loved in going to Tinian, they were putting the words on the doors, like Harlem, right? Like, hey, I didn't know what that meant before, right? But like now, I just noticed that the last time I went to Tinian, they're not on there anymore. They need to replace those at the airport.
Yeah.
They must have fallen off or gotten old. Need to replace them. But that is a regular, everyday reminder, or a little everyday coach for you to learn some of those kind of things, and it's great.
Yes. So those are some of the things that we'll be implementing.
That's great.
So yes, we're busy every day. And we're currently right now at NMI Museum. Great news, Melanie just informed us yesterday that they're finally touching our building 1213 because it's under the HBO grant for the renovation.
Ooh.
So yes, we're moving along, but it doesn't stop us. We may be displaced, but we are very fortunate with Office of Youth Affairs and my museum that always step up to say, hey, we have a space, come in and use it while you're waiting for the building. So we are a collaboration within our governors, among our governors department, and we love it. We love working for Indigenous Affairs. I love my team, even though we all get on each other's nerves at times when things are not. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, right? But then eventually, when we get it together, it moves smoothly, like the gliding on the water, right?
And I love your building because it looks beautiful. I mean, it's the best looking building, like for Indigenous Affairs, like the way it looks. Like somebody put some great work into that.
That is from Mr. Luis Ogo, correct?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And he's from Rhoda. Yes.
That is great.
And he's also the one that designed the logo.
The logo for
Yes.
Indigenous Affairs Office. Yeah.
We are working on a new one. We did request for a new one. I would like to see more of a family oriented on the logo as well. So we are waiting for his new design to come through. Yes.
That's great. Juan Nandan says, good morning. Can you ask how they're connecting our Chamorro families as one community to support unity? Maybe that's everybody?
Yes. Community, when we have this outreach, we do have one that Miss Blanche will share, one of her projects. But we try our very best to have an open line so that we can have either outreach, everybody's welcome. They can also volunteer. We do requests for people to come in and volunteer, since we only are a team of 4. Sometimes we're a team of 3, but we do our very best. Yes.
Well, and what a mission that you've got to be able to preserve culture. Well, let's get your update real quick, and then we'll move on. I got another couple of questions that are coming in. People want to talk to you guys. All right, go ahead.
Yes. For September 13th, that's a Saturday, we have one of the projects that we have is the Mabisita y Mañana Ginaftania. It is a prayer trip to pay homage to our burial sites here.
Wow.
And burial sites are the indigenous people monument that lost their lives during World War II and at Susupi camp. Burial sites are Anagwan at the IPI Ancestral Burial, duty-free Susupi Courthouse. Another burial site is Triple J, the Surf Rider restaurant, and then Hopwood, and also Pakpak Beach. After that, we will head to the Gumahigas to pay tribute to one of our Chamorro ancient sites, and we're hoping that this project will end by 2 p.m. on this Saturday, this day. Right now we have only 20 seats available. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, for the tour bus.
Well, that's great. Sorry, we had a couple of phone calls that came in, by the way, while that happened, and we just want to apologize. While the volume is up and everything, my ringer was off because I had it with me when I went to things. So I'm just going to send a message to the people who called real quick, saying, please. Well, you can hear me messaging now back. In the little thing, tap, tap, tap. Yeah, so that's the folks who were calling. The little silence thing was on there for the ringer. So Dispensa, hopefully you guys can call back and it'll be great. And that was great about the visiting all the memorial sites and all that, because one of the questions that we had on there, oh, geez, and here it is. Let's see if, hopefully you guys will be able to hear us. We've got a call coming in from Fabian Indalacio, and let's see if you guys can hear him on those real quick. Fabian, can you hear us?
Yes, but that was me probably trying to call in.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had the ringer off. That was my fault.
That's fine. But I just want to make a comment, and it's a good one that, with our director, Luella Marciano, and Melanie there, and I want to say I'm very impressed of what is happening at the Indigenous Affairs Office. This has been, the most exposed of this office with all this outreach program that, I'm very, like I said, I'm impressed, and I hope that they continue on more and more, and I'm sure there's something to do. I'm also learning myself as to what, we have as far as history information and all the artifacts that was collected, throughout the years. And, I just want them to know that, there's a lot of people out there that are really learning now, for what they're doing, as I'm comparing it from the last 30 years I've been on the island. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So with Luella there and her leadership, and with Melanie and the rest of the team, man, I'm very impressed. And I hope you guys continue on that momentum to keep this going. And also, about what they're doing as far as the rope making.
Yeah.
That was part of my display too. And what I did was I was able to buy, what Mr. Yangtamai was doing down there at the Caribbean Hood. I bought a complete one, and also the stages of that rope making, but I cannot buy the skill of how he's making it. So I'm glad that's what they're doing,
Yeah.
So I'm able to display it, but now they're doing an outreach, and that's more interesting, more than just a display of the stages of how Mr. Yangtamai, he's a teacher at MHS, my colleague before. So that's all I want to share, and man, I'm excited to do some volunteer with them. A lot of good things happening with that. Thank you, Luella, Eleni, and the rest of the team. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my fault for the little ear breaking there. Hey, thanks so much, Fabian.
Yes.
No problem. Adios.
All right, stop. Adios. Great to see you. That was Fabian Indalecio, the guy who went from diabetes to shredded. He's always online, and it's always great to have you on the show when you call. Always encouraging me to do push-ups, too.
I just would like to add,
Yes.
Brad, Fabian, Mr. Indalecio was also one of our presenter last year in the outreach. We all know that he has a museum as well.
Yes.
And then he has some collection of artifacts. So what we also did, because when we came in, when the team all met 2 years ago, our office did not have anything.
Yep.
We didn't have any display.
Wow.
Nothing
It was
at all.
hard.
So we had to reach out into the community. So I heard that Mr. Fabian Indalecio has a museum. So I reached out to him and I asked if he can showcase over at San Vicente School. And did he bring a showcase? He had tables, three tables set up, and he had 3 glass top tables.
Wow.
So he does have a lot of artifacts as well.
And he transported all that stuff over?
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yes. And our San Vicente Elementary School students last year had the opportunity not only to view it, but also to hold some of those artifacts. So this is what I mean when I say we need the community's help as well, because maybe they have the artifacts that we don't have, or the museum doesn't have, but it would be nice for them to also share it with us, what we have lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Man, I'd love this. I think about this in terms for my kids too. If there was a summer camp or something like that where it was all cultural based, I bet you guys would have a waiting list of people trying to get into something like that.
Well, we had one. We launched one this year. That was a cultural immersion summer camp. So we did have 10 stations set up.
Wow.
One of the stations was Likatutur 500 cells with a Galidi. So they were offering free rides Thursdays and Fridays, where you can just go on the Galidi and then sell out and then bring them back in.
Wow.
Of course, with the permission of the parents. They had to do a waiver form. We also had free swimming for all the kids that attended, ages from, I believe, 7 or 5 to
Yeah, we had 5
to 12 years old, and then volunteers came in from 13 up. So we had about 205. So we work with the DYS. Shouts out to them, DYS department under the Family and Enhancement Youth Program, the direction of Jennifer Tanaka. So with her team as well. Them along with Department of Agriculture, we brought in the forestry so that they can also teach our kids about planting, gardening, right? Because that was what we did back then, right? We did planting to survive. We also brought in Talaza under the direction of si Senor Vicente Aldon, Uncle Ben Aldon, and then brought into the Office of Youth Affairs, Edmund Borja. So Indigenous Affairs had to purchase at least 10 Talaza, but we didn't, that's for us a plus, so that we can entice our younger generation. We do need, we do have plans coming up for the rope making. Part of our plan for the October, November, there's a project that we're putting together, and that ties into with Malanzata Panedza Tamano Punganu I Atupa, and then of course Malanzata Tamano Pun Togi I Itali. So those are in the works.
Wow.
Yes.
Super cool. You mentioned Anagwan burial site, and so one of the questions that we had came in from one of the viewers, Ray. He's asking about he's asking about how much was allocated for doing something over there as well. I know that's been one of those things. That's the one over by IPI, right?
Yes.
And I'm not indigenous. I'm not from here. But I can appreciate the culture here and everything. And Man, I'll tell you, when I see that, it's like it just seems kind of sad. Like
Yes.
at that site, that's all that the people from here got. It's tough to look at as just some howly dude from New York, just some little concrete slab of stuff.
Actually, we had the mayor from Saipan, Mr. R.B. Camacho. We had him a couple weeks back. We had to visit the site while he was... Actually, we went there and he was done already. So we actually went there with his team and planted a couple flowers around it.
Yeah?
No, they actually covered the whole slab of, which a lot of people say looks like a septic tank. So they covered it already with flowers and they planted trees. So hopefully that'll change the people's mind, and when they look at it, a lot of people don't even know that's a burial site when they go there. Yeah. So shout out to Mayor R.B. Camacho for doing that.
There is a plan, Mr. Brad. It was submitted last year through SNILE for our request. We do know that even a nonprofit, Matua Council, also submitted their requests. So those both requests are there at SNILE currently. I did share with one of the congresswomen. Shouts out to Congresswoman Marissa Flores. We had a meeting yesterday. I did bring that up, that we are still waiting for that funding. But yes, that is also in the work. Trust me, Brad, if we do have a lot of money, these sites won't go unfinished.
Yeah.
But let's bear in mind that that site where the ancient burial site is located on, it's still in the
Construction
part of IPI.
Yeah.
So we can do what we can do. The plans that we have is we do have a request being submitted to SNILE for funding, but then hoping too that whoever takes over that site will continue the maintenance of that area. Yes.
Well, great. You know, I've seen, every once in a while, you could go places all the time, and sometimes you just discover something new, right?
Yeah.
Like you walk past these historical signs without even really paying attention all the time. Like over at Guma Justicia, right? So there's a sign there, a monument that explains that was a burial site too.
Yes.
And that there's a history on there that explains like this is what happened and this is how we did everything, and it's just kind of a nice thing to let people know like where the heck they are. This is where you're in a special place, and I think one day if something similar could happen over there, when you're walking here, this is where you're walking. This is the spot where you're at.
We do have like I said, we do have plans. We met with HPO, Office of HPO. We sat with the director, Merdicani, along with Auntie Linda Concepcion Torres. Shouts out to them. They were advising that at these ancient burial sites, we only have 2 locations. That is the one at not IPI, duty free, right below used to be the guitar for the hard rock.
Yeah.
There's a laddie stone there with a lusong, similar to where the courthouse, Guma Justicia, is at. So I did ask. So the laddie stone and the lusong, that's sort of like a monument for us to say this is a laddie site.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to do the same thing again over at IPI. The issue is, or the problem is, we don't have a lot of laddie, the old laddies. Yes. We can create one, but it would be nice if we had our own.
Mm-hmm.
What we do have, what HPO has, are new songs. So they're willing to join in the project so that they can bring those, at least to show and make it uniform so that we can update our map for the tourists, update the map for anyone, right? That when you open it up, then these are the symbols that indicates that these are laddie sites. Yeah.
I think your agency, even though you do all this stuff that's great for the community here, I think that the impact that you could have overall on our tourism is massive. Just because again, like tourists, they can go to other places for beaches and all that other stuff, but have that real appreciation for the culture. Like if you go to Hawaii, right, you see they've got everything is so commercial, right? Everything's so plastic, like. But here, I think that's one of the things that can set us apart because people still speak the language.
Yes.
People still live the culture and everything. And that could be, I think, when everybody's wondering, what do we need to make us a place where people want to visit for tourism? It's that we haven't lost our culture. Our culture is still there. It's still at the forefront of everything that we do. Like what you're saying with the signs, when people come in, you're not just coming into a little piece of Guam Point 2.0 or something, right? You are here in the Marianas where we still speak the language and we still live the culture. Like, I think your impact can be so massive on how we end up doing things.
We do have, I'll share a little bit too, one of the nonprofits. This was directed by our late Governor Arnold Palacios. He brought in, he worked with a nonprofit group, and they are located, I believe, every Wednesday, or is it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or something, either Wednesday and Saturday, somewhere between there. I had the experience to sit and join that barbecue. It's like a barbecue dinner show.
Now I want in.
Yes, so these are a group of 4 groups. You have the Pedlas, you have the CCBI, you have April's group. What is April's group? Simizan Marianas, and the Lalaso Boys. So you have the Caribbean Mass and the dancers, you have Chamorro dancers, and then you have, you have a mix, a variety of 4 groups in one for that dinner show. And that was sponsored by our late governor.
Wow.
So that one is called the Marianas Experience. It's located at Aqua. I do know that even the Crown Plaza has 500 cells with them there for the Galidi. So what we're also trying to do is make sure that these hotels do have some cultural activities. We want them to have some cultural activities for not only our community, but also for our tourists, so that they can really get to know what we do here, who we are again, right? So these are, we know that we're gonna be sitting back down with the Marianas Experience. I do know that Congressman Joel Camacho, along with Congressman Omar, are on board with that. So we just need to reach out again and see if we can make it bigger and start moving down south side.
That's great. I mean, there's just so much, there's so many opportunities for us, right? If only we had a bottomless pit of funding.
Yes.
Right now we don't.
Yes.
But we definitely, but you guys are being really creative and not just being creative, but being,
we have to try and be creative. I'll speak for one of the CCLHS teachers yesterday that we had at GTC, over at GTC.
Mm-hmm.
One of the teachers was expressing how it's kind of hard these days to find ways to actually make the kids want to learn the culture, make them want to learn the language. Because one of the teachers was expressing how these days in the elementary schools, they're all the CCLHS teachers right now, they're in that stage already where all the kids learn the language basic, they learn it from songs. That's the only way that these teachers are saying that's actually attractive or attracting the kids to actually learn our culture is through songs, because there's like a lot of technology video going on where the kids can learn, like Miss Rachel and all of that stuff. So now the teachers at CCLHS, they created they came up with different tunes of songs to teach the kids our language, which they said is kind of makes it a little harder for them. Because if the kids is not interested in learning the culture, that's the only alternative they found, which was to teach them through songs, like famous songs that we have going around. Like, one of the teachers mentioned that they teach them the Chamorro words through the cartoon show songs, like different elementary school students. So now it's different how the kids learn. Back in our time, we didn't learn like that.
Well, that's a great point. I mean, because, by the way, that's how a lot of people learn all kinds of languages, by figuring out, hearing like that cool, whatever that song is.
Right.
So, I mean, really, our local artists are the ones who are going to sing it. There's not going to be, like Bruno Mars might not be dropping a new Chamorro hit next week. But if we had some local artists that we could really promote out here.
Yeah.
Oh, Connie Park Baza just says, then our anthem. How about our anthem? There you go. She said even the national anthem.
Yes. So Save the Music Foundation, another nonprofit that we're working with, they also collaborate with CCAC. So all these agencies, we all work together. And with that group, they come in, or when we hire them as well, when we have them go out to the schools, that's where they try to correct or teach our kids not only to sing it in both language, but also to play the ukulele.
Oh, wow.
So those are in the works, and we appreciate all our nonprofits that are coming in, collaborating. When they have an idea, we try to implement it with what we have so that we can showcase who they are as well so it's like, you're a resource I need. I don't have that because I only have 3 fantastic teams. Let me have you, and then you can go there. So whatever funds we have available, again, to our current legislature, whatever funds we have available, that's what we're using to at least give them some incentive as well, payment. They need fuel to get there, they need materials, and their time. A majority of our culture practitioners, this is their day job. They love to just do our arts. So why not promote them? And if we do have money, let's pay them.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that idea. Man, and hey, bring them here. They can perform here all the time.
I see their rate, Brad, and sometimes I tell my team, I think I'm in the wrong business here. I'm like, wow.
It is great. I can see it in your faces. I can hear it in your voices. Just the excitement that you have in what you do. And you got the right people there. I mean, just knowing that you guys care so much about it. This is not a job for someone who just wants to clock in and clock out. This is a job that gets you out of bed in the morning to preserve the culture of the place where you're from. You guys are, what a great team that you guys have.
Shouts out to them. I mean, they see me coming in. We know we're tired, especially just finishing the cultural immersion and then jumping into this cultural heritage. These guys, I was like, I know we're tired. Trust me, we'll get a day off. But for now, moving forward.
It was actually kind of like, a hectic summer camp because it was a first for us. So shouts out to DCCA for DYS for actually guiding us through that whole and getting us like a little more familiarized with how transitions and everything we're gonna go.
Hey, I just remembered I was like, man, I said Harlem for like the door, right?
Yeah.
The other one was Sonic, right? Sonic was one.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Sonic.
Sonic.
You push.
But I wouldn't even know that if it wasn't for being on the doors at the airport in Tinian. Like if that was something like we had that, I should get those for our doors right here.
It's beautiful. It's the same thing when you enter a classroom where they label each item in English so that we can teach the kids. Why not do that in Chamorro, Carolinian? And it's the same thing here for coming in. Open, right? Mababa. Get follow, right? Close. Mautsum. Bisita tapti, right? Something like that. So that, you also learn. Oh, that's what it means.
Maybe we just got to call you guys every day for our phrase of the day. You guys pick. We'll get you on the phone in the morning. All right. So, Edward, what's our phrase of the day?
Right. You can do that with Edward or Melanie. Yes.
There we go. We can do it. I'd love to do it. You guys, thanks so much. Any shout outs or anything? Anything else that you guys want to mention?
Yes, we
could be here for like 10 more days if you want. It's
okay.
Whatever you guys want, you got it.
Okay. So our calendar here, we also have the remembrance of our 13 fishermen.
Oh yeah.
The lost at seas, no? So that will be on September 23rd. At the 13 Fishermen, 4 o'clock p.m. So this is in honor also of our 13 fishermen. So this is part of the program also for September. And also for the last of the closing of the cultural heritage, that's the Puengin Tahan. Puengin Tahan means night.
Oh,
yes.
I love that night.
Night. So that will be on a Saturday, September 27, from 5:30 to 9 p.m. at Carlinian Affairs Office. And you're more than welcome to come. And
should I bring my own foil for
BTG?
Yeah, for the BTG, you got to bring my own foil. You got to be a professional.
Yes.
I've seen some people, the real, like, I know their next level. If they're walking out with those foil trays, full of stuff.
You gotta get away with the foil. You gotta learn how to weave that coconut basket so you can walk out with that basket, right?
Yeah.
Nobody will know what's inside.
Man, I love it. That is so great. We did have one more question that came in. By the way, so people were talking about singing the national anthem in schools and all that stuff. Juan says, can you ask about a potential for a Chamorro statue on Saipan? And you can use me as the as your template. You guys want me to pose? Yeah, no. But your Chamorro statue on Saipan, that's from Juan Nundan.
Yes, that is also in the works. So we launched last year a competition for the high school, all the high schools. So we had Mount Carmel and Marianas High School that brought in their sculpture. What we're waiting for is Office of Grants and Management, Epi Cabrera's office. They did agree to fund it. So we just need to bring down that sculpture down to them. But right now with all the auditing happening, it's kind of like on hold. But yes, that's already on our desk. When you visit us, you see 3 sculptures that are in front. But yes, we visited Tinian. We saw all the sculptures, the taga, along with the soli, or the bird, right?
Yes.
And then we went down to Luta for the Coconut Festival. That was my first to see. I wanted to go down so that I can also communicate and show not only by support by sending my team. It's kind of like rude too for us not to go as the Magas, right? So I told Melanie this year I'll go down just to see how everything is, and then perhaps next year you guys can go down as well as a team. And then that's where I saw Totur, Soli, Taga, and I was like, okay, now we really need to erect one back home.
Yeah, then we need to transport it so we can win their parades too. That was, by the way, it's such a great move from Tinian for our Liberation parade this year.
It's wonderful. I love it.
It was so
nobody
impressive.
expected it.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then it was so cool to see it, and you could see the amount of joy that it brought people on the street. But then even the Tinian community watching it and really getting excited about it too.
You know, Brad, that's a challenge for next year then.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, what's next, right? Because it's like every year it gets better, right? So we'll see. We'll see what's coming up for this coming year. Which this coming year, I believe it will be the 80th, right?
Yeah, that'll be the 80th commemoration. This year was the 79th. Yeah. That's just amazing. Well.
So, as you can see, one of the comment here. Look at our calendar. It is represent. There's Taga.
Oh yes.
And you can see the Lari. So, it is a very nice template. As you can see.
I love it.
Yes. So, yeah. So one of the comment here, and yes, we are on a working plan for the statues.
They love it. Juan is all about these statues. He's like, yeah, we should do the Taga one here, like in Rhoda. I'm like, yeah, there you go. I think it would be really cool. And I'll give you my little my dream project here. It seems really amazing when I go to Rhoda and I see the quarry over there, and I can see like the stuff that was that's still there in the quarry. if we could figure out, or if it's already been determined how it's done, I've only heard people talk about it. I haven't heard it from like an expert or something, about how they actually did quarry that stuff. And moving them would be incredible and all that stuff. But imagine if we could use the techniques that they used back then, quarry those same kind of laddies as a cultural project here, and erect them and make like the House of Taga, you know, like, but using the traditional techniques from people from here and to stand that up. Holy cow! You know, how impressive, right?
Yes.
And who else has that?
That thought was my thought when I was standing at that Taga over on Rhoda, when they were, what was his name again? The speaker. Antonelli. When Mr. Antonelli was advising the students, because the trip also had Guam students over. So when Mr. Antonelli was describing the site we were at, the pillar, and how they burn, you know, using the burning method, my thought was, imagine if they take these and erect one. I can just see, wow, right? Because we have not done that. But the TASA is there, the pillars there. What happens if we do? Let that be, but then let's do the same like what you suggested and see how massive, how tall they are. Because I was like, wow, this is something. That's a project itself.
It would be a great cultural project.
Yes.
It would be a great thing. People, when they would come here, they would come to see that as well, right? But imagine what a fire it would start in the hearts of people to be able to see something like that and see that and like, you know, like, this is who we're from. This is the culture of where we're from. We're fishermen, we're farmers, we're sailors, navigators, and we used to build massive things like this. Yeah. I'm getting excited thinking about it, you know. Yes. I don't know where you put it. Yeah. I don't know where the home for something that massive would be. Yes. But I'm sure people could figure that out.
That was my thought too when I was driving down into the village of passing the museum that is privately owned. He already had 12 structure of higaris. I mean the laddie stones. So when I passed by, I was telling my husband, I said, "Oh my goodness, the laddie are there. What's missing is a top. Imagine if they finished the top. That would be a beautiful sight indeed." Yeah.
It'd be a massive. Yes. It would be massive. You know, that's what people would come here for.
Yes.
They wouldn't be coming here just to buy a Louis Vuitton bag in Garapan, right? Just say, "Oh, yeah, this is I bought this bag in Saipan." No. They will be coming here to see this place from these people who still live this culture. Yes. Anyway, there's my commercial for things I think that would be cool out here. All right. Well, any shout outs then for you guys?
I know Melanie, you were planning to, I asked you to finish the shout out that you were supposedly do on the proclamation. All our sponsors and partners. You can do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so half a day and tiro again to our people of the Sinamay, Luta, Tinian, and Northern Ireland, and to the United States, Estados Unidos too, half a day and tiro. Thank you for tuning in for NMI News Service. Thank you, Mr. Brad, also for allowing us to come in and discuss our Culture Heritage Month schedules. And I would like also to thank to honor also the late Governor Arnold Indalecio Palacios for always being, in this our culture. He's very even supportive to us. So may his soul continue to rest in peace for always supporting us. And shout out also to our Governor David M. Apatang, our Lieutenant Governor Dennis C. Mendiola, our Acting Governor Carl King Neighbors, our Senators, our 24th legislatures, our youth affairs. Shout out to all of you guys, and thank you also for supporting the Office of Indigenous Affairs Office. And I would like also to give a shout out to recognize the following department, organization that we take partners to, and we always like collaborate, help each other. So I would like to give a special shout out to them. To Special Assistant to the Administration, American Memorial Park, NMI Museum, staff and directors, rangers, Council of Humanities, Office of Youth Affairs, DCCA, Language Commissions, DCCA Arts and Council, DCCA, HPO, DCCA Office of Aging. We're thinking also of our elderly, our Manamkos. Shout out to you guys too. And also our Division of Youth Service and DLNR, DOA, Garpan Farmers Market for always supporting us also in our, locally fresh, local fruits.
That we display.
Also, on any occasion like that, we go through them.
Yes.
That's great.
And also, I would like to shout out also to NMC Crease, DOC, Department of Correction, for most especially their outreach in continuing to maintain our LADI sites and parks. I would like also to shout out to DFEMS, DPS, Women's Affairs, BECQ, CRM, Joteng Kizu Public Library, Canoe Federation, CCVI, Team PDI, Save the Music Foundation, 500 Cells, Seafaring Communities, Inenun Amut, and cultural practitioners. We also would like to say Tongkulina Sizus Mausi also to our cultural practitioners. And if I did not say any of the other groups, I apologize. But thank you all for supporting the Indigenous Affairs Office.
So these are our partners that we collaborate. Any activity, we reach out to them.
That's great. I mean, the stuff that you guys do with everybody and the way you bring everybody in, it's just wonderful. And I'm telling you, I can appreciate it not being from here because, again, like growing up, like my dad's whole side of the family is all Polish, right? And they spoke it in his house, but they didn't really, he did pass it on to him. So he's not fluent, but he could understand it, especially when he got in trouble. But that really never came down to us, and we lost all of that kind of stuff because there isn't just some kind of cultural heritage because of how many different people come and go to the U.S., right? So what you've got here, well, you got something. You got something special that hopefully everybody appreciates so you don't lose this stuff.
Yes. They always say, Brad, it takes a village to raise a child, right? It takes a village to build our community. All of us. It's not only one person, not only one department, all of us. If we want to promote our tomorrow, our Caribbean heritage, we need everybody's help. Right?
One village at a time.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here today. You guys have gone through a marathon session. All right. Not only did you have to hike all the way up here,
right?
But then you're talking all this time. This is your cardio.
Yes.
I love it.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Well, hey, we've still got a lot to do here. We're still going to get you guys the latest updates and everything, but we're going to take a real quick break. We come back, we'll have more of your news and your sports. Remember, football is starting off in less than 1 hour. Wow. We'll be right back with more of that right after this.
Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. We've got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.
Contentious hearing on Capitol Hill. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. As lawmakers raise questions about the ouster of the head of the CDC, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. appears before a Senate panel.
Senator John Barrasso, the number 2 Senate Republican and a doctor himself, says he's grown concerned with Secretary Kennedy after the recent firing of the CDC director and the questioning of mRNA vaccines by the National Institutes of Health.
If we're going to make America healthy again, we can't allow public health to be undermined.
Kennedy telling the Senate Finance Committee the reason for the now former CDC director Susan Menara's dismissal was because he couldn't trust her. Menara says it was because of disagreements over vaccine policy. The secretary also touting the administration's efforts to make America healthy again, which includes removing dyes from foods.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz on Capitol Hill. The National Guard is extending its deployment in Washington, D.C. through November 30th. This comes as the D.C. Attorney General files a lawsuit against the Trump administration, arguing the deployment is an illegal military operation. An executive order to be signed by President Trump tomorrow, Fox News Digital has learned, that will restore the name of the Department of Defense to the Department of War.
That is something that Congress needs to get involved with. So part of this order is ordering the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to propose a legislative solution to make the change permanent.
Fox's Peter Doocy at the White House. The president and Secretary Hegseth have both indicated recently that they wanted to change the name. An appeals court has stopped a lower court order to wind down operations at the detention center in Florida known as Alligator Alcatraz. A separate federal appeals court has rejected a bid by the Trump administration to lift a judge's order barring it from refusing to issue passports to transgender and non-binary Americans that reflect their gender identities. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy podcast. I hope you will join me every Tuesday and Thursday as we navigate life together and hopefully find ourselves a little bit better on the other side.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio has designated a pair of Ecuadorian gangs as foreign terror groups.
Secretary Rubio said the two gangs, Los Lobos and Los Choneros, are to blame for many violent acts since the pandemic. The U.S. will help the Ecuadorian government crack down on gang violence. In a joint appearance with Ecuador's Foreign Minister Gabriela Sommerfeld, Rubio outlined U.S. assistance.
$13.5 million to help Ecuador with improve its ability to provide security for its citizens and take on combat drugs and crime, and another $6 million in UAVs for the Navy here in Ecuador.
The label of foreign terrorist organization allows U.S. troops to use deadly force against the gangs, as well as seize property and bank accounts they hold in the U.S. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Paul McCartney's bass guitar, which was returned to him last year after it was stolen more than 50 years ago, is the subject of a new documentary.
Titled The Beatle and the Bass, the documentary follows the over 5-decade mystery of McCartney's original Hofner bass, bought in 1961 in Hamburg and used throughout the early Beatles years. It vanished in the early 70s and was thought gone forever until its recovery last year. McCartney appears in the film along with McCartney's brother Mike, Elvis Costello, and the journalists behind the Lost Bass Project who helped track it down. McCartney is also the subject of Amazon's documentary Man on the Run, which premiered at Telluride and chronicles his post-Beatles career. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
The Powerball jackpot is now $1.7 billion after yet another drawing passed without a big winner. There have been 41 straight drawings without a winner. The next drawing will be Saturday night, with the prize expected to be the third largest in U.S. lottery history. Wall Street, the major averages ended the day higher. The Dow gained 350. The Nasdaq added 209. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
Listen to the all-new Brett Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, in-depth talks with lawmakers from opposite sides of the aisle, along with all your Brett Baier favorites like his all-star panel and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Fox Sports Update.
For the second straight year, the NFL is playing in South America in Week 1. The Chiefs and Chargers face off in Brazil Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, a game that will be exclusively streamed on YouTube. In Kansas City, quarterback Patrick Mahomes is excited to play on the international stage.
I think it's fun, obviously we want to take American football worldwide, and you can see the fan base in Brazil, and so we're getting to bring the game that we love to them.
That was courtesy of the Chiefs. Kansas City is coming off another Super Bowl appearance, but this time they'll be looking to wash the bad taste out of their mouths. The Chiefs were beat soundly by the Eagles in Super Bowl 59, ending their bid to become the first team to win 3 consecutive Lombardi trophies. The Chargers are entering their second season with Jim Harbaugh as head coach after going 11-6 last year and making the playoffs. Staying in football, the legend of Josh Allen will live forever at Wyoming. Allen will become the first Wyoming player to have his jersey retired when he returns to Laramie for the Cowboys game against Nevada on November 22nd, where a ceremony will be held at halftime. During his career with the Cowboys, Allen led Wyoming to back-to-back 8-win seasons, 2 bowl games and the Mountain West Championship game in 2016. He was selected 7th overall by the Buffalo Bills, Wyoming's highest ever draft pick. And Micah Parsons may be playing his home games at Lambeau Field now, but the defending champs tried to get him to the city of brotherly love. According to ESPN, the Eagles made a strong push to acquire Parsons from the Cowboys this summer, but Dallas had no interest in trading the star pass rusher within the division. The Cowboys traded Parsons last week to the Packers after the two sides were unable to come to an agreement on a new contract. Dallas and Green Bay will face off in Week 4 of the NFL season. And you can download the Fox Sports Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. I hope you will join me every Tuesday and Thursday as we navigate life together and hopefully find ourselves a little bit better on the other side.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at NMICrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Share. Good morning, Marianas. Feel the love in the air. Yeah. Good morning, Marianas. Come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun.
With the waves crashing in, hear the oceans call. Brad brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, O's kind of weird. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of the year.
Good morning, Marianas. Let's start the day. With laughter and stories, come what may.
Alrighty then. Hey, Marianas, we're back again. It is 9:42 in the morning, and we're still on. I know, baby, I know. This might just have to be it. By the way, I've been telling you that we would end up going longer and longer and longer if we have stuff to do. And it turns out, like, we just keep having stuff to talk about. My God, are we going to have to start becoming earlier and staying later? I know. Probably going to have to start happening. I want to give you guys an update. I don't know if you're aware of this. It's a kind of a big issue out here in the Marianas that we're not able to send stuff out. What are you talking about? Well, like, we're not able to send out packages right now. That is kind of an issue here for folks in the Marianas, and we don't have an answer for it right now. So basically, incoming letters and parcels, not really affected here in the Marianas, but mail's coming into the CNMI like it used to. If you're trying to go out to FSM, Guam, and the CNMI, should be pretty normal. But if you're going out to Hawaii and out there past, out to the U.S. mainland, your letters and your flat rate stuff should be fine. But packages, United is not taking them. And everybody who's in the world of the government here, they know about this. They know what's happening. But we have not been able to get anything from the governor's office yet since this happened. Now, I know the governor's off island, right? But we have reached out to the governor's office multiple times, and we get the same stuff. Oh, sorry, we're working on it. Sorry, we're working on it. Sorry, we're working on it. I'm like, dude, what are you working on? You're like, well, we need to talk with somebody else. I'm like, dude, you guys haven't put anything out on this since this came out on August 29th. And on August 29th, you know what we got right away? We got a letter from a Congresswoman, Kimberly King Hines, that put something else out. Well, anyway, she put something else out last night, which we'll be posting today to give you guys an update. But this is the press release that we got from Kimberly King Hines. She said, hey, Kimberly King Hines today issued an update on the suspension of certain outbound airmail services from the CNMI to the mainland. It says, over the past several days, I've been in contact with the U.S. Postal Service, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and senior officials at the White House regarding the suspension of airmail package deliveries from the Marianas. On Wednesday, I met directly with White House officials who briefed me on complications caused by Executive Order 14324 and its interaction with the territory's unique status outside of the U.S. Customs territory. The White House has made it clear that the intent of this executive order was not to interrupt mail services from the CNMI. Rather, this is the result of unforeseen challenges in implementing a global suspension of the de minimis exception for for low-value imports and in reconciling that policy with the covenant and laws governing the territories. They assured me that USPS, the United States Postal Service, and Customs and Border Patrol are working together urgently to resolve the matter. This suspension appears to be an issue only impacting the airmail delivery services for Guam and the CNMI. While the immediate priority is restoring regular service, I'm also working to ensure that once operations resume, the treatment of shipments of all kinds from the CNMI is consistent with both benefits and obligations provided to the Commonwealth under the covenant. This is a complex global policy with many moving parts, but it is equally important that the implementation respects the legal framework of the territories and does not create unnecessary hardship for our families and businesses. Reliable mail service is essential in the Marianas, not optional, and my office will continue to press federal agencies until this suspension is lifted and proper guidance is issued. That is from your Congresswoman, Kimberly King Hines. And I'm telling you, it's frustrated because I'm friends with the people at the governor's office. I am. So they're going to be like, Brad, why you give me a hard time? I'm like, dude, you work at the governor's office. You and the governor should have something to say about this. And not getting anything has been really frustrating for me because I think it's an important, hey, like this says, hey, this doesn't give an answer. It just says, hey, I'm working on it. Here are the people I'm working with, and we know that this is a problem, so we're doing something actively. Have not been able to get a peep from the people who run our government at the local level, and it's frustrating. Like, oh, well, we got to talk to so-and-so. We got to talk to so-and-so. Just ask, dude, get a comment. Write the comment. Get someone to sign off on it. Anyway, what are you gonna do? That's a big deal, but that's the update that we have on that for you right now. We're gonna be posting a whole bunch of stuff this morning. I've got a whole bunch of stuff just waiting for me to end this show, so I can put all this stuff up there and give you guys all the updates that you need on everything that's happening out here. Is there anything else that we got from you guys in the comments? No, not any questions or anything, but I love what Bruce was talking about. He was like, hey, Brad, you guys are reminding me of a Joe Rogan podcast episode last night. Modern day archaeological equipment is indeed very fascinating. The things that they're finding right now in Egypt is crazy. He says they found a labyrinth at Giza and some massive underground man-made structure right beneath the pyramids. Dude, I saw all that stuff and it looks amazing. It does look amazing, and it would be cool. Like, what if we found something like that here? Yeah, that was really cool. But imagine if we ended up quarrying our own massive laddie stones and building the House of Taga. Yeah, it would be awesome. What a cultural thing it would be here. And Sablon, good morning. Great to see you. Thanks for tuning in again this morning. Great to see you. And Connie says, hey, maybe trying to control the incoming drugs from the mail. Just saying, yeah, that could be it. That's part of it, but we're definitely not shipping drugs out of the Marianas. At least I don't know that we are. I wouldn't think that we are. Imagine we know where it's coming from, it arrives on our shores, but I don't think we're the place that's sending it back out. No manufacturing hubs here in the Marianas. We're going to be posting some stuff about that update that we just gave. We'll be posting about the Hand-Me update. Also, by the way, soccer is kicking off this week. Soccer? Who cares about soccer? Well, I do because I play it out here. But our local men's league is going to be starting here this weekend. A big deal. And, it's a little rough and tumble out there. And, it's not the only rough and tumble sport out there, but it's one of them. And you can now protect yourself from possible concussions or chipped teeth by getting a great sports mouth guard from one of our sponsors, Paradise Dental Spa. My gosh, they are amazing. Now it's 50% off. And these are custom made. You do not want to miss out on this. And if you're part of the Island Smiles dental plan, discount dental plan, you get an even better deal. I'm telling you, you think it's crazy. It's the best discount dental plan in all of the CNMI and all of the Marianas. because it only costs like $4, $5, or $6 per paycheck. Whether you are in the government or you're in the private sector, you can get that discount dental plan. And that is a sweet deal. And if you have that discount dental plan, here's another benefit of it. This is crazy. The sports mouth guards that they have, 50% off. The regular price for folks, it's $600. Pretty expensive, right? And then if you're a discount dental plan member, it's $300. But because of this sale, now it's only $300 for the sports mouth guard if you're not a member of the Island Smiles discount dental plan. And if you are, it's only $150. And if you're talking about preventing a concussion or chipped teeth off of doing this, trust me, I chipped a lot of them playing hockey. When I had those little cheesy mouth guards that you get at the store, you put them in like some boiling water, you take them out and you bite down on it and you suck on it until it kind of molds in your mouth. They do not work as well, trust me. This is something that's going to be custom made for you, and you can get it over at Paradise Dental Spa, the home of the Island Smiles discount dental plan. You can give them a call at 234-4040, or you could do one better and go down there and meet them yourselves. Go down on Middle Road in Guala-Rai, that nice orange building with the beautiful sign. It's a beautiful sign, some of the best signs. People, they're American signs. You can go there and check them out and find out why so many people are switching to Paradise Dental today. We got some new things that we're going to be breaking out for them as well. Might have a special broadcast later today with IT&E CEO David Gibson. We'll see if we can't put that together. He is here in the Marianas, and see if we can't get an update on everything that's happening with that whole deal. We posted the story yesterday. You know what we didn't do? We didn't do the show, so I couldn't show it to you during the show. But it was a kind of a big deal. In fact, I could find it pretty quick. 1 second. It's kind of a big deal. We posted it with the story and all that fun stuff, but I was not able to get it to you during the show. So here, let's pop this open. This was thought was a really big deal. You know, as we do this, this was the response from the Broadband Policy Development Office. About this whole protest thing about the with Docomo and getting the BEAD grant and all that other stuff. And so this is the official response. It's a long one. We don't want to read the whole thing because it's like 13 pages. But we posted it on the page so you're able to see the whole thing, read it for yourself and everything. But basically, as we scroll down, we'll just give you like kind of the gist of it, is that the Broadband Policy Development Office has said no to the protest lobbed by Docomo. But they did say that the governor has written to NTIA asking about a little extra time for them to review it. So we have reached out to the governor's office for that letter. We have not been given that letter, although they said, you know, they're working on it. But that's it. So we'll do a follow-up with them again. Anyway, all of this right here that I'm scrolling through, you can look at it at your leisure on the NMI News Service Facebook page. So whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching it over there on our Facebook page, you can go back and read all of this in great detail. Basically, it said that the main thing is that they rejected the Docomo plan strictly based on it didn't fit. But they did open it up to everybody. Here, is this it? Boom. It says your protest references an application of this here it is. Your protest references an application amount of little over $1.7 million for coverage in the CNMI, which was for aerial hybrid fiber cable solution, coaxial solution. While HFC is generally considered a reliable broadband service, this particular aerial HFC application did not satisfy the CNMI's specific resiliency and reliability standards, given the environmental conditions present in each PFA, such as the frequent threat of typhoons. Consequently, that application was not deemed a priority broadband project with all those PFAs. While we acknowledge your point that HFC networks are prevalent elsewhere for high-speed broadband, the CNMI's unique climate and universal coverage imperative for priority projects necessitated stricter hardening criteria. It's important to note that Docomo Pacific did submit other priority broadband project applications totaling $90 million, which specifically proposed buried fiber solutions. These applications met the stated requirements for PBPs and were evaluated accordingly. This demonstrates that Docomo Pacific Inc. was not excluded from proposing priority broadband projects, but rather that only applications meeting the specific PBP criteria for the CNMI's context were categorized as such. And that's in there. Let's see. It said BPD communicated clearly to stakeholders throughout the process its commitment to the resiliency statutory criterion for the priority broadband projects, writing in one communication that while all technologies are considered on a technology neutral basis, resiliency standards set by the NTIA and CNMI require hardened solutions for community anchor institutions. BPD also conveyed that given CNMI's exposure to severe weather events, our office is committed to advocating with NTIA for prioritizing underground fiber deployments wherever feasible to maximize infrastructure resiliency and longevity. And that's the whole gist of this whole thing, right? It's not that anybody was left out about it. It's like, hey, the only thing that we're going to do is the stuff that's resilient for this. And that's the big thing. I mean, they're very clear about it in here. And but you guys can read this for yourself. You don't need me to tell you the whole thing. But basically, the deal is they said, hey, you know, according to the way we interpret the president's communication about trying to make it technology neutral. That's cool. We're not opposed to the technology. The thing is, though, is that we said that we're interested in having a more resilient infrastructure. Your aerial stuff does not fit that bill. So that's what they went for. So they said, hey, as far as the stay of the award, they said, hey, could you not move forward with the award to IT&E? So they said, nope. Denied. They said IT&E's provisional awards were made in full compliance with NTIA requirements and are under ongoing federal oversight. A stay would delay urgent broadband deployment for CNMI residents and anchor institutions, contrary to NTIA's objectives, and the restructuring policy notice stated intent to prioritize timely execution. No material defect or procedural irregularity has been demonstrated to justify a stay. They also said, hey, how about a reevaluation request? Status denied. They said that the evaluation was conducted consistent with NTIA's June 6th restructuring policy notice and the BEAD notice of FO. I don't know what that is offhand. The NOFO. Requiring technology neutral and best value assessment, prioritizing cost while complying with the IIJA statutory criteria, including technical feasibility, scalability, resiliency, reliability, affordability, and long-term sustainability. Reevaluation without new material information would cause unnecessary delay and uncertainty in time-sensitive BEAD implementation. Then they asked for explanation of evaluation criteria, and they said BPD has provided a detailed explanation of the evaluation criteria, scoring, and reviewer guidance. This disclosure demonstrates alignment with the NTIA guidance, the BEAD NOFO, and the June 6 restructuring policy notice. And the last one was they asked for explanation of procurement regulation applicability. It says the subaward evaluation process fully complied with the uniform guidance covering selection of federal assistance subawardees by a pass-through entity applicable through federal statutes, NTIA program rules, and applicable CNMI laws. So that's where they are. They said they have full confidence that this is all being done the right way. And if they want to take it further, they said Docomo asked to take it up with NTIA. And that's it. Please note that a copy of the protest, this has been provided to the NTIA, and that the governor has requested an extension of time for NTIA to review it. So there you go, and they appreciate everybody's engagement. Thank you very much, Glenn Hunter. So that is the current state of all of that. Hold on, let's scroll up here. Ooh, just to see if I missed anything from these guys. No. So that's it. That's the latest update that we have about that. Well, it's 10 o'clock, and man, today I've got some hustling to do. We're going to be talking. Ooh, this is a new one. And I'm going to forward this over to John. I know he's going to crush this for you guys in a little bit. We've got some photos and videos. This is a press release. Is there an actual press release? No, but we can send you the letters. This is Insular leaders and federal partners collaborate to strengthen infrastructure and build affordable, reliable energy systems. All right, we're going to be putting this on the old page here in just a little bit as well. Let me send that over to my man, the myth, the legend, John Lloyd. Boom. Yeah, it's going to be a busy news day. You guys are going to see a whole lot of stuff from us on the web or on the Facebook page. But here's the thing. What am I learning today? I'm learning how to make all the posts on our website, because our website is launching, baby. It's done. It looks great. It feels great. It even smells great. Our website is going to be going nminewsservice.com. If you try to get to it now, you're not going to see anything. But it's going to be great. And you could tell everybody that you don't even have to have a social media account to see everything that's happening from our social media. That's right. You don't have to have a Facebook account to see what's being posted on our Facebook, because that's going to be on the website also. Same every time we go live, whether it's on the go or here in the studio, it's going to be on the website, and you're going to be able to see it all the time. All the video updates and everything, they'll be broken down by the type that they're in. If it's just an interview clip. So if you don't want to watch the whole show, you just want to watch the interview, you don't have to scroll all the way back to the dates. You just go into the interview category. I'm telling you, it's going to be good stuff, and it's coming like any day now, so that's fantastic. All right, we do have a new update. We should now. Let me just refresh, because I see what time it is. And if the new update is available, I will play it for you. It should say 8. No, it still says 7. All right. Well, I think that's just about it for us today. So I can get on and get ready to move on with everything else that's happening. So, guys, thanks for tuning in today. It was great. It was good to come back. I'm glad I was here today. We got a lot more going on in this world, and I hope that this is a great weekend for you. The weather looks like it's going to be amazing. So we're going to call it a day. Sound like a plan? Yeah, I think so. All right, guys, we'll be back again Monday morning with another edition of Good Morning Marianas. Might have a special interview this afternoon. And that's about what we got for you. So thanks for tuning in. As I yawn real quick, sneaking one in there because I can. And maybe at the very least, we'll redo this NFL preview for you for about sports. Why not? Because I like that stuff. All right, guys, take care. Thanks to all our sponsors for being here with us. And looking forward to seeing all you guys next time on Good Morning Marianas. Take care. Have a great weekend. Hope it's an awesome one.
Fox Sports Update.
For the second straight year, the NFL is playing in South America in Week 1. The Chiefs and Chargers face off in Brazil Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, a game that will be exclusively streamed on YouTube. In Kansas City, quarterback Patrick Mahomes is excited to play on the international stage.
I think it's fun, obviously we want to take American football worldwide, and you can see the fan base in Brazil, and so we're getting to bring the game that we love to them.
That was courtesy of the Chiefs. Kansas City is coming off another Super Bowl appearance, but this time they'll be looking to wash the bad taste out of their mouths. The Chiefs were beat soundly by the Eagles in Super Bowl 59, ending their bid to become the first team to win 3 consecutive Lombardi trophies. The Chargers are entering their second season with Jim Harbaugh as head coach after going 11-6 last year and making the playoffs. Staying in football, the legend of Josh Allen will live forever at Wyoming. Allen will become the first Wyoming player to have his jersey retired when he returns to Laramie for the Cowboys game against Nevada on November 22nd, where a ceremony will be held at halftime. During his career with the Cowboys, Allen led Wyoming to back-to-back 8-win seasons, 2 bowl games and the Mountain West Championship game in 2016. He was selected 7th overall by the Buffalo Bills, Wyoming's highest ever draft pick. And Micah Parsons may be playing his home games at Lambeau Field now, but the defending champs tried to get him to the city of brotherly love. According to ESPN, the Eagles made a strong push to acquire Parsons from the Cowboys this summer, but Dallas had no interest in trading the star pass rusher within the division. The Cowboys traded Parsons last week to the Packers after the two sides were unable to come to an agreement on a new contract. Dallas and Green Bay will face off in Week 4 of the NFL season. And you can download the Fox Sports Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. I hope you will join me every Tuesday and Thursday as we navigate life together and hopefully find ourselves a little bit better on the other side.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.